I don't know if I'll be at softball.
She said,
Yeah.
she's got, she's.
Okay, we are live. But I started recording.
Okay, good afternoon. This is a continuation of the public hearing for the project benefiting 120 Madison Avenue LLC. I just wanted to note for the record that we are having some technology issues with audio and visual, but we've got that back online hopefully now. And we have had our 15-minute comment. 15 minutes have passed since the scheduled time of the public hearing. No one has been here in person wanting to comment on the project. So at this time, if there's no further comments, we wish to close the public hearing at 12:25 p.m.
I'm just gonna leave it so that.
Recording. Okay,
Yeah.
I believe so.
We want to, do you need to get equipment out of here?
Just the hearing part you want?
Yeah, it's somebody easy.
Okay. I can clean up or I can wait, it doesn't matter to me.
Minutes to clean up.
Yeah, just let her get on with her day here.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be,
Don't stick around for us.
yeah.
Just note that we are not muted right now
Yeah.
because we're having technical difficulties, so just try to keep chatter to a minimum. Thank you.
Oh, the crunching in this case.
Would be helpful, but I also don't know.
Yeah.
Your bias.
You're better than me, I'll take a little. Don't have to reach back across if you guys want to stand, that's fine.
Thank
We're
you.
not here.
What's that?
Good job.
All right. Well, my name is Darius Shankar, Chair of the City of Albany Industrial Development Agency Finance Committee. We have a quorum today. So the organizers of attendance are Joe Benner and Chris Betts. We've already had a public hearing. So the first order of business as usual is I call for the minutes haven't been previously distributed, call for a motion to accept them. As presented and waive the reading. So move. Second. Any discussion, correction, additions, deletions? All right, all in favor? Aye. I think we'll go out of order here a little bit, just do 120 Madison first.
Sure, I'm gonna take that one, Chair, thank you.
All right.
120 Madison Ave LLC. The project involves the redevelopment of the vacant former Prince Hall Masons building into a mixed-use residential and commercial building. The renovation will convert the upper floors into 11 residential units with approximately 3,000 square feet of ground floor commercial retail space. This project has been discussed at previous finance committee and board meetings, and was also the subject of a public hearing, which was held prior to this meeting. No public comments were received as part of that process. What we're going to do right now is just run through a very quick summary of the project, and we'll also note for the record that representatives of the applicant team are here with us today and can answer any questions. Running through the estimated real property benefit summary over the course of the requested 18-year pilot. The revenue gained as taxing jurisdictions, the status quo taxes. Again, assuming that the assessed value were to stay at its current value at $490,939, and factoring in the projected impact of the estimated pilot payments of $394,177. That's an approximate $96,762 negative net benefit. However, we would assume that should this project not take place, the current assessed value will continue to degrade along with the state of the building. So please keep that in mind as we look at that value. On the other hand, the property value increased. The current value of the property is $641,000, and the anticipated future value of the property once the project is complete, it's approximately $855,000. That's a net increase of approximately $214,000. This is an estimated investment of $4.7 million. And right now what we want to do is run through in detail the community benefits on a point-by-point basis. The project, excuse me, is located in a distressed census tract, which is 1 point. It is located downtown, that is 1 point. It is located within the downtown business improvement district, that is 1 point. And it is located within a neighborhood plan, that being the current CAP initiative. That is an additional point. Under identified priority, the project receives 1 point for downtown residential, 1 point for being currently tax exempt and or vacant property, that is a point, and 1 point for historic preservation. This is located within the locally and nationally designated Mansion Historic District. Lastly, under the revitalization header, identified growth area, the project receives 1 point for being a conversion to residential. For jobs, the project receives 1 point for an estimated 3 full-time jobs created, and another point for an estimated 20 construction jobs. Financial commitment, project receives 1 point for again being a $4.7 million estimated investment for a total of 11 points. As this body does with any project requesting real property tax exemptions and requested through CDRPC, an in-plan economic analysis impact study was undertaken. The temporary construction impact of the project, including the direct, indirect, and induced effects, equates to approximately $4.35 million. And the permanent operations impact on an annual basis equates to just over $250,000, again, for the direct, indirect, and induced effects of the jobs projected on site. As was mentioned previously, the pilot requested is an 18-year pilot. Staff did do an extensive, not only a cost benefit analysis, but an analysis of both the financial assumptions being made and the reasonableness of the request at hand, and both were found to be appropriate. Should this committee choose, we can enter an executive session to talk in depth about the finances or the pilot request at hand at the sole discretion of the committee.
Does anybody want to go into executive session? Shoot through this enough. All right, we're all set.
Turn it back to you, Chair.
All right. So with that, I think this is, one of those projects that I think we need to do and to approve, turning a vacant building to housing. So with that, I would ask for a motion for positive recommendation for this project to the full committee. So move. Second.
Second.
All in favor? All right. All right. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay cool.
Always.
Good luck with that.
Let's move on to, the first order of business, which is the report from the chief financial officer.
Thank you. I'd ask that the members direct their attention to pages 5 and 6, for a review of the fee detail and monthly cash report, for the period first, 2026. Again, this is a full quarter end review, but we'll do a kind of a first review of the activity, to date. Again, these numbers are approximate. As of May 31, the IDA maintained a strong unrestricted cash position of approximately 4.7 million. Year-to-date revenue, we have approximately 173,000, consisting of the community development fee and, about $63,000 of interest earnings from there. The revenues generated for applications and administrative fees contributed an additional 10,500. Year-to-date expenditures were approximately 774,000. Large categories included management contract, legal, and consulting services, along with the closeout of the fiscal 25 year audit. Despite these expenditures, the agency continues to maintain sufficient cash reserves to support ongoing operations and support future initiatives. The 26 fee schedule reflects a significant increase in anticipated project-related revenues beginning in May. Agency fees totaling 425,000 were recognized in 2 projects. The additional revenues are expected from several projects throughout the year in Q3 and Q4. Total projected fee revenue for 26 is approximately 749,000. That includes app fees, admin fees, and agency fees. Projected fee activity positions the agency to substantially offset operating expenditures during the remainder of 26, while maintaining a healthy unrestricted cash balance and supporting economic development activities throughout the city of Albany. Prepared comments,
All right, any questions?
concerns?
All right. We'll move on to, already finished unfinished business, on new business, finance committee charter.
Sure, I could take that. So on an annual basis, this committee, goes through the review of its own finance committee charter, which was provided, previously as part of the materials packet. And really this charter, lays out the purpose and the duties of the finance committee. So, if there's any proposed changes, please let us know. But if not, we will move forward as is.
Looking at what they, some everyone else has, I find it completely adequate. All right. Any other comments? All right. So on to other business, agency update, project evaluation and systems framework update.
Yes, thank you. I don't know if you guys have the document, but we're gonna pass this out. So, in what has turned out to be a saga of trying to get our, project evaluation and assistance framework finally, refreshed. The good news is that, the inclusionary zoning seems to have settled in an area that it looks to, like it's going to stay at for the foreseeable future. So we're able to, evaluate based on that. That being said, I had discussions with WZHA, who has been continually over the course really of over 2 years now, working to update this framework, and there's been starts and fits because of changes above and beyond the control of this body. That she now has the ability to look at what needs to be changed and what doesn't. She has provided basically an updated quote and an updated scope of work as to what needs to be done to get us over the finish line. Also a fee quote. I want to note that I did speak with her at length over the phone. The fee quoted is the absolute highest they would expect. But what we wanted to do is make sure that the finance committee had time to absorb this document prior to this potentially coming up for approval at the board meeting next week. So I understand this is the first time people are laying eyes on this document. So, we'll take a little bit to look through it now. But also when you walk away with this, if this is something that you have questions, comments, or concerns about, please reach out to either myself or Ashley. And we will address them prior to or during the board meeting next week.
A reasonable sum of the work.
And again, in speaking with her, we're very hopeful that, we can maintain some efficiencies, especially with some of the data and some of the tasks staff may be able to take on, to alleviate that cost burden.
All right. Any questions? Any thoughts? All right. Cool. Any questions over the next week? Let them, staff know, and if not, we'll, you have the agenda for next week. All right, compliance update.
I think, still under the header of the agency, just for
Okay.
a moment, I think we wanted to note for, the committee that we did receive a letter of resignation from Chris Betts, as of today. So we will, we wanted to notify you all first, but we'll work with the Common Council to work through that process to identify a fitting candidate to fill that vacancy.
I believe one of the steps that we'll be going through is kind of a recommendation for qualifications, of a potential new IDA board member. So we've had that document kind of in circulation in the past. We'll put eyes on that and refresh that for any new, qualifications or anything of that matter and circulate it to this body for input and feedback. And once everybody's on board with that letter, in some sort of formal notification capacity will go to the Common Council. And then we'll continue to report back next steps. In the past, the chair has been involved in those meetings and or the CEO. So we'll maintain a presence in order to kind of, provide any guidance or insight that they may need.
All right,
So I think with that, we would recommend going into an executive session for the discussion of real property, the publicity of which the sale or lease of real property, the publicity of which would substantially affect the value, and for pending litigation regarding an entity. What do we need to say here?
Yeah.
I think the first part's enough.
Good.
all right, do we have a motion?
Don't move.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Give her a minute to get back in. Hopefully. Good to go.
All right, so we exited executive session about a minute ago, but 12:57. No action was taken. And so we move on with the meeting. I think compliance update, is that what's next? We're compliant?
Very good.
Motion to adjourn.
That's so moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, you said adjourned.
So, no.
Thank you.
Bree, you need both of these back?